Welcome back. Today is 31st of July on a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Welcome back, and I'm so excited to meet up with all of you tonight. It's going to be a long, long night. So before we get started, I want to welcome those of you who are joining us for the first time and those of you who are joining us on a regular basis. I want to say hello to you and let's have it out here. Welcome! And who's the first to respond today? Wow, CK Liu is super fast. And I see Robin as well. Thank you for joining. Tonight we're going to cover quite pretty long. And welcome back, Gerald. I see Adeline and I see Kelvin, Kini, Manfred. Thank you for joining me tonight. I just came back from a very, very long worship. So the adrenaline is still pumping right now, very, very high. The queue just to attend the concert tonight was all the way to the traffic light. I mean, it was a super long stretch of queue. I feel sorry for those who got turned away because the place was just so packed, and unfortunately, the ushers have to turn you guys away. But those who went in to worship, it was holy moly! The place was so spark off, and everyone just rushed forward and just wanted to be blessed. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Really happy to see all of you. And by the way, how many of you were there at the stream of praise tonight? Any one of you were there? Let me just take a look at the quick chat right here. And Ryan, Ryan will be there tomorrow. Hey, Elton, you were there? Oh, you're on the third floor. I didn't get to see you, so sorry. Yeah. Wow. Awesome. So Elton was there. Ryan, I think you'll be at the Cornerstone tomorrow. Please really go really early, all right? I can tell you the queue will start like 2 hours before time, as crazy as that. That's the madness, all right? It's actually started about 2 hours before that, and so difficult to get in. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. This is your final and last chance. I didn't get to see Elton even though we're at the same place worshiping. Wow, so happy to see you. Okay, who else is in the house today? Okay, thank you so much all of you for joining. And tonight we're going to be very productive because this coming week is super packed. And typically I take the Sunday to really think through in a thoughtful process what we should be looking at for this week itself. All right. So without further ado, I want to get you guys all started, and please make sure if you have your secret little black book, and I'm gonna kind of switch over my screen right now. All right. Here we go. Boom. Check this out. Oops. What happened here? I got to reset something. Hang on a minute. I just got to start something again, and here we go. Hopefully it works this time round. Is it working right now? Okay, it's working right now. So here we go. We're going to take a look at what are the key companies to look at. And actually, I got a quite wide array of stocks that we really need to look at this week. And this week is crucial because following last Friday, we got a really big momentum. And the momentum will ripple through and starting from this Monday again, all right? So we got a huge momentum from energy stocks on last week. So this week, what will be the focus? Semiconductor. And we're going to dive in and take a look. Here we go. The earnings playbook, how to play the second half of the season with Starbucks and Caterpillar on the deck. Now, just go straight right here and really bring out some of the more popular names, names that you and I, looking around ourselves, get really acquainted. All right, it's not like I have to educate you. What do they do? Like, if I mention Caterpillar, I mean, they are almost everywhere in town with their machines. Anywhere there's construction activities, you're going to see a Caterpillar, right? So they're going to announce earnings before the bell, followed by a conference call. So this is Tuesday. That means we have to get in on a Monday, and tomorrow night, I'm aware, oh boy, I'll be worshipping until probably about 10 to 11, and my market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I probably can enter the market about 11 to 12 midnight. I mean about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So of course, if we take a look at Caterpillar, I will dive into the data side of things, but I just want to have a feel right now which are the names that we need to really focus on this week, all right? Next, we have JetBlue. So JetBlue was, I had a personal encounter with them when I made my trip to the Miami Bitcoin conference this year. And I was so fortunate. I was saved by one of the very, very good staff from JetBlue, who quickly arranged me to switch my luggage direct from Singapore over to Miami Airport. So I was salvaged for this particular flight. JetBlue is a great, great company. And of course, right now, the whole discussion is not just JetBlue, but the entire airline industry. They are still having severe problems on the ground. And you can speak to any of your friends in the US. Number one, shortage of staff. Number two, the airport is a circus, complete mess right now. All right. Number three, shortage of pilots as well. And so they have many issues that they have to deal with, plus a surging crude oil. All right. So this is really painful for them as their margins already are so small. And right now, with a kind of a spike again with COVID-19, plus the bootstrap of upcoming recession, people are kind of cutting down on travel. So this one I want to be very, very careful because the reading is not clear at all. Next over here we have Uber, and of course Uber, they post a surge in the revenue for the first quarter. All right. They also reported a massive loss due to equity investment in Grab, Aurora, and Didi. Didi is killed. Grab, word on the street in Singapore is they're going to go down below $3. Ooh, this is nasty, nasty. All right, so they're going to be impacted with that. So last time we look at the Grab stock's price was trading at about $3. All right, and they got many competitors. DoorDash is one of a very fierce one coming up, really up and coming, and he has a board seat in Meta. So the mechanics of all this playing out, you really need to tell who's the hidden hand that's going to move the stock price. Starbucks, here we go, and of course Starbucks all waiting for the China revenue because COVID lockdown in China hurt the sales significantly. It's a significant hurt, not a marginal hurt. So again, this one, the moment they have to deal with exit in Russia, deal with the lockdown in China, they got many things to deal with, and they still have to search for a new CEO. All right. So the founder came back, interim chief executive Howard Scouse said Starbucks was looking externally for its new CEO. This is not a good time. Very, very tough period. This is from the perspective of the CEO, it's like, you join a company with a falling knife. Painful, painful. The one that's more positive that I'm thinking, really putting more thoughts and data to support the thesis is actually AMD, all right? So before we go further on AMD, let's bounce out and take a look at the stock price or the stock chart of AMD. And here we go. This is AMD for us. And obviously, if I kind of zoom out to the year 2020, we want to detect how many times they were below the 200-day simple moving average line, right? So this is really, really important. So over here, they kind of a little bit of skirmish. And then down here, a longer duration of drop. And this time round is the biggest drop, all right? So they dropped to a very strong support line, which was standing at $75 per share. They bounce up, and what we are looking at right now, they'll close the gap to 100 easily. And then we want to trace this guy, the 200-day simple moving average line, so that as the stock price goes up, by the time you cross 100, boom. And once it breaks above the 200-day simple moving average line, every analyst on Wall Street will start putting price target on AMD. That this is the horse to bet on. And obviously, it's not that difficult. We kind of cut out right here. It probably break above 150. You go for the previous high, probably about 168 around that price. All right. So this is the game plan for AMD, which is boosted by the yield performance of Intel. So let's take a look at Intel right now. Here we go. Boom. From AMD, we kind of migrate over right now to Intel. All right. So we're going to read in the correct sequence, and here we go. Here's why Intel terrible quarter is good news for rival chip maker AMD. All right, Intel completely got slaughtered. I mean, they got really slaughtered by the market. All right, so here we go. They have an upper hand right over here against Intel because on Thursday, Intel reported terrible quarterly numbers, issued weaker than expected guidance, and all kinds of excuses right here. Of course, they tumbled 9%, touched a fresh 52-week low. AMD shares rallied nearly 3%, outperformed by the tech-heavy Nasdaq, which was up 2%. But we are talking about peer group, and your competitor goes down. Theoretically, you should go down with your competitor. This guy went up. How to play a game like this? All right. This guy went up. So AMD we covered already, right? And you take a look at Intel. Boom. Same time frame. Boom. Woohoo! 52-week low. This is painful. One goes down, the other one goes up. That's the clearest clue how to play this game, right? So I need some sugar input, and this is from NetsB. Not too sure you can see it. It's a honey yuzu juice and honey. Wow, not bad, man. Okay, I finished on this. I got my sugar intake. Then next, I'm gonna have my there's another product I really love to eat, and this is that product. All right, take a look at this. Holy moly, this is the cow cheese. I call it correctly. I mean, you have to follow the red stripe, and then you pull. You pull, and you got a whole bunch of. Oh, mommy, no. Whoa. Okay, now it's time for our little break. Please share me. What's your nice snack? What is your nice snack? What keeps you awake and give you the energy? I'll be staying pretty late tonight. I'm planning out for my whole week. Tomorrow I got an early meeting, and then all the way followed by 3 o'clock church meeting, followed by 7 o'clock worship. By the time I come back home about 11 p.m. And then I have to trade through the market. So please share with me your favorite where was I? What's your night snack, right? So we have Robin. You like cheese also? Wow, laughing cow. Ryan eat peanuts, and peanuts you only eat the one with the thumbs up, alright? Healthy. We got something in common. Tapioca, chili cracker. Yes, that's my favorite as well. And but I cut down a lot. It's a matter of pokey. Calvin Oreo, just like my son, and McDonald's is toxic, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, Robin is taking McDonald's. I mean, you eat McDonald's at night, that's the fastest way to put on weight, I can tell you. Oh, Manfred is very healthy. Dates and raisins. Wow, Kim San, Kopiko, the Indonesian coffee sweet. Wow, awesome. CK is a high class drink red wine. Anthony love cheese. That's very hard cheese. I got another brie in my fridge. No time to cut it into pieces yet. I love to eat cheese as well. Wow. Wow, Emily's so healthy at oatmeal. Wow. Oatmeal is what my wife made for me in the morning. Okay, so thank you very much. I got my energy and I got another very powerful one, right? This is like, wow, look at my solid mama chrysanthemum tea bag. Wow, look at this. Woo. Well, today I really started very early. Today, wow. 7 a.m., go to church, lunch, came back, wash car, and then prepare for the night worship and wow, non-stop action. But this is so satisfying spiritual food, all right? Okay, thank you for sharing with me, and we're gonna go on, and I can tell you tonight we're gonna push it really, really late, all right? So just hang on in there with me. Thank you very much. We're gonna come back right now to where we left off. We have Intel crashing and AMD kind of spike up. So because of this, we say that hey, this is a very, very unique. No, we're gonna look at something kind of really exciting and fascinating. Check this out. We have an article that put Intel and AMD side by side to compare. All right. So obviously, Intel got killed, and under the leadership of Lisa Su from AMD, she's doing a damn good job right here, right? Has made growing its presence in the server processor market a key priority. The company has been very successful in these efforts to date, and they are a big reason why we are so bullish on AMD's long-term prospects. So we know long-term prospects what? What it meant is this. A lot of what Intel said about PC market in near term at least is relatively favorable for AMD. Intel and AMD compete most in the PC and server markets. So as a result, Intel is down, and do we have a chance for AMD? All right. So this whole article much more centered on the negative side of Intel. I don't want to finish the whole thing. This is a whole chunk that y'all can go and read up. I want to go back to my salient point, and that is this: AMD passes Intel in the market cap. This is a monster. All right. So when they say surpass in terms of market cap, how do we see? How do you tell? So a few ways to do it is I go over here and type in AMD. All right. And I scroll down. 153 billion. That's AMD market cap 153. All right. So see for yourself 153. And then I go back up again. Intel INTC. Here we go. Go down. 148. 148. How could Intel, the dominant player, kind of right now fall into the second place? And there's only one word for that: complacency. All right. Remember the case of Kodak? Same. The moment you're complacent, the guy that's hungrier, in fact, this time it's not the guy, it's the girl, Lisa Su, is super hungry, boom, overtook. All right. So this is a sad moment of truth, but it is the reality of the market. So AMD surpassed Intel's market cap, and of course, Intel spiked down 9% after disastrous earnings. So the really, really upcoming one is, of course, AMD on Tuesday. This is what I'm thinking about. All right, so please take a note of that. And really, this is mind-boggling. So we want to make sure we really got our data right. Intel is facing two opposing headwinds. First, PC and server markets, which sells processors to appear to be slowing down after two boom years. So that is one headwind. And the other one is, is main rival Intel is stumbling substantially, lowering forecast for sales and profits. This gives AMD, which has surpassed Intel in performance, a chance to grab market share. All right. So this is a very, very powerful, and go and take a look. And those of you who want to know what I fire off tonight, you have to join me on the Don't Stop Believing trade notification. All right. So you can see that in the QR code later on once we finish the program. Go and scan the one in the middle. All right. Next is Airbnb. And this is the one I'm not really comfortable playing. Airbnb. I just don't have the ground reading of it. All right. So I know for sure in terms of my travel habit, I don't like to stay in Airbnb. Number one, I think there are hidden cameras all over. This is my thing, all right. Number two, I think there are bed bugs somewhere lurking around. And number three, you are in the middle of a COVID-19. I'm not confident they have the skill sets or the tools to clean the room clean. So not for me. I mean, before the pandemic, I love to stay in an Airbnb because that was the time when you travel, you want to curate the places that you want to be in a very localized kind of a non-commercial area. Then I go for Airbnb, all right? But no more after COVID-19 for me. So I'm not putting enough time on this. Maybe you guys who love to travel can have a better blind spot. Next, CVS is huge. Oh my gosh. The moment the last quarter, the pharmacy operator raised his full year forecast as the company's first quarter earnings beat expectation. All right, this quarter, single digit revenue growth, but earnings are expected to fall about 10%. Wow, this is big, all right, because the foot traffic for COVID tests and vaccines, back then, they have to do it at the CVS outlet. Gone were the days. Unless, of course, the government kind of come back with another hush measures to contain the spread of the COVID-19, then they have a chance to be back in action again. All right. So this is the one that's kind of hit them. But let's see how it goes. All right. This guy is on my watch list. Under Armour is one of my favorite brands, but they took a very, very severe beating, and kind of challenging to play Nike, Under Armour this period, American Eagles and all that. So just be careful about it, all right? Next, you have the Yum brands, KFC, Pizza Hut sales, not interested. Now, Robinhood, I'm thinking about playing puts, all right? So because of, number one, FTX non-committal to buy up the company. I think it's suitable as a candidate to play put. Number two, as you know, the crypto market completely killed by the Terra and the Lunatics and the Black Arrow and the Celsius and the Babel and the Voyager. All the cuckoo players got killed. Robinhood shall be killed as well. All right, so I think it's going to be really, really bad. So I'm thinking about puts for this and not firm up yet. And of course, next, Eli Lilly. Anything that's got to do with pharma, I'm always very positive because we are doing good, save lives at the same time, make money. All right, so I'm very, very good, very good vibes with FDA stocks. And of course, we have a candidate for Para, our Tom Cruise. All right, so the market is like hitting Paramount left, right, center, and kind of not too sure what they are thinking about. But of course, we have a few hardcore fans that stood up for Paramount and say, hey, you can't neglect a movie that just grossed $1 billion. All right. So, yep. So we are kind of looking and trading Paramount as well, right? Block, which is Square, wishy-washy. This is the time that all their initiatives for crypto is going to take a second priority already. Now I gone through this just to have a feel, and that's how I conduct myself on a Sunday. But tonight, for this week, I got to plan way ahead because my next 3 days is super packed. Oh my gosh. So I gonna push out a little bit longer, right? We started at 11:30, probably gonna end about 12:30 to 1 o'clock. I'm not too sure how many will still be alive at the end of this session. Oi! Are you still alive or not? KTU says growth stocks will outperform as bear market ends as to streaming play Friday, all right? So she is like, of all things, Roku. She only bought Roku and more Roku. But if you look at the stock price of Roku, I don't think we even dare to think about it, right? Ready? 3, 2, 1, check this out. It is a super spike down. I don't know what she's thinking, all right? Seriously, it's a super spike down. I mean, if I kind of shift it like this, right? Shift it like this, and I show you what I'm looking at, all right? I just want to get my angle right. Ah, okay, here we go. This was the spike down to 65, right? And if I pan across, I mean, it's worse than the pandemic. I mean, he has wasted 2 years of the pandemic without achieving anything. He has gone to that level. No, how pathetic it is. And KTU is buying non-stop. I don't get it. All right? Unless her thesis is like, we're going to have the super variant, everybody will be locked down, stuck at home, nothing to do, watch Roku. But, we have to ask ourselves, is the pandemic that bad right now to justify a purchase in Roku where people will be sitting their ass down at home, do nothing but watch Roku? I don't think so, no. The Americans are not going to go back home. They're going to just keep partying. All right, so what is the thesis for entry? I'm not too sure. But this is Katie Woods, right? So she has doubled down on Roku. Okay, so I want to show you this so that you have multiple flavors tonight. And tonight, wow, I didn't know, when you worship all out, wow, you enter into I'm completely in the fatigue zone right now. I was all out. It's right, Altin, such a great feeling, right, Altin? Wow, really go out to worship. And yeah. So we are done on AMD and Roku. And then the final idea I want to share with you so that you guys don't miss out is another thesis I'm working on. And I want to show you this. Google stock had its best day of the year after earnings weren't as bad as featured, right? So as you know, I mean, they kind of announced the earnings on Wednesday. So I'm going to put this chart right over here. GOG, boom. Let's see what happened on Wednesday. And here we go. This was the Wednesday candle. And you view cross match against your date. That's 27 of July. All right. This was the spike up candle, 3 consecutive days. Okay. And of course, the holding fault line is 105. This is a 105 line, right? So when I kind of squeeze them out, and by now you should be an expert of squeezing them out, putting 2020 on the left bottom, and then I do one more time, squeeze out a little bit more, something like that. Okay? And what would you see? This guy is waiting to break out that 105, 120 channel. This is what we're waiting for. Okay? So the moment it breaks above, for those of you who missed my earlier session, right, there'll be 3 breaks. That's break number 1 of that red box there. Break number 2 above that 200-day simple moving average line. And the break number 3 will be above the previous high that was established at 150 right there. Okay, so this will be the first break, and break above my red box, and the second break above the 200-day simple moving average line, and the third break above the previous high. All right, so if you look at it, what is really triggering me to look at this guy for this week, I mean, they just finished their earnings, right? So teacher, why are you interested in this guy? The earnings just over. Yes, I know it's just over, but you got to see something that is the engineer's language. And this is what I want to teach you tonight. Google CEO tells employees and productivity and focus must improve. Launches simplicity sprint to gather employee feedback on efficiency. And you know, his approach is completely different from Elon Musk, completely different from Mark Zuckerberg. I want to read out to you where it matters, all right? So let's go down over here. And here we go. From the CEO, Sundar Pichai, he said this: I would love to get all your help. Wow. Speaking to his 170,000 full-time employees. He's not talking about some people are just slipping through like what Mark Zuckerberg said. Not like Elon Musk, the way he said it, I just got to retrench some of you. And boom, the first victim, Tesla, Singapore CEO, gone. This guy, he said, I'd love to get your help. All your help. Wow. You know, it's fascinating. I mean, those who got chopped by Meta or chopped by Tesla will join Google. And he said this, really important. It is an attempt for the company to get better results faster. Woohoo! Two beautiful lines, really. Get all your help, get better results faster. Two things, right? And then look at the key questions of the survey. What would help you work with greater clarity and efficiency to serve our users and customers? Where should we remove speed bumps to get to better results faster? How do we eliminate waste and stay entrepreneurial and focused as we grow? I mean, I've been preaching to my engineers all night long on this, man. This is what all, in our Scrum meeting is all about this. Greater clarity, efficiency, and of course, the boss will always be the one that they will blame. Boss, you are not there to approve this. We couldn't ask you question. You are the bottleneck. And I took the hit. Okay, so you're feeling it. You're feeling it right now, right? Why? When he starts this campaign, I need to get all your help. This is the moment it will break above 120. All right. So you can go and read through all other things that you want to read through. And I'm sure, we have a very, very brilliant CEO in charge, Sundar Pichai. And I want to show you his stock chart. I mean, teacher, how do you show a stock chart of Sundar Pichai? I will show you. Don't worry, I'll show you, all right? And here we go. He became the CEO of the company in 2015, all right? So I want to make sure you all see this and check this out. 2015, okay? So you note it down already? And then here we go. Boom. Let me show you what's the meaning of 2015. This is the Sunda Pichai stock chart. Bottom left 2015. And here we go, mama. So do you think this guy can handle a little bit of blemishes here? A little bit of blemishes here? A little bit of blemishes here? Ha ha, chicken feet all the way. You want to do it right now while they just started the survey, and then you look at the price point to aim at. All right. So I think we've gone through a lot today. I don't want to give you a heavy night, and then you guys can't sleep out at night. But tomorrow, which is today, right now, Monday, boys and girls, we have officially entered into 1st of August. How are you? Our H2 2022, the 1 month gone. Boom! Now we are stepping into August, very official. All right. And Monday is the first, Tuesday is the second, and so on. And I kind of feeling nervous because my trip coming up to Harvard is getting very, very close. I got to clear out all my work before I go up there, and I still haven't started reading my case studies. Woo! But my learned classmate they have suggested that we should do the case study very religiously every night at the bar counter. Okay, so oh my gosh, I gotta handle this, man. And thank you very, very much, you guys. And before I go off, just have a wish you good night. Ding. All right, can you all wish me back as well? Wish me good night. Wow. And Charlene is keto ice cream today and Kinder Cones Blue Planet. Very high class ice cream. So I'm done right here, and thank you very, very much. Kini, good night. And Elton, good night. And Kelvin, good night. Thank you all for watching. Thank you so very much. May God bless you all. Good night, everybody.